Hello Camoufleurs, it's EmikoKitsune, and as you can already tell by the title, this is gonna be interesting and maybe even tense. So just a bit of backstory, this is my second YouTube account. Originally I went by the name Hiragi and was associated to OKFAME. Since then I've changed names for a while after the breakup and his termination and came up with Emiko. Then realizing I didn't want to be associated to OKFAME but still wanted to keep my previous videos, I created this channel, EmikoKitsune. In essence, I created this channel to disassociate from OKFAME and my ex. And before we even start about using his real name, I'm using his name because as an individual he is the art thief, but he also has posted as his sonas. The postings are of my personal and my furry art that I had shared with him over Messenger, but we'll get to that later. Normally I wouldn't take it this far, and this alone proves just how much he has pushed my buttons and crossed the line many a times. For the most part, this is a story video from my perspective and my opinions of what happened, as well as stating things I know he won't own up to. I won't be going into the technical business side as that is already covered in my OKFAME is Dead video, but bear with me as I tried my best to split this video in parts so it's easier as viewers to sit through. If you couldn't already tell by the title, his name is Brian Schonenfeld, but goes by Doitsu, Doitsu the Okami, or recently Ten no Doitsu. And it all started after we started dating, with little time of knowing each other, and we kind of just skipped the whole friendship phase of the whole relationship. As Brian and I started dating, I thought it'd be a cool and creative idea to make a new character inspired by his sona, Doitsu. Mainly because his sona didn't exactly match my own sona, Hiragi Foxu, at the time, and I wanted a character that would match and that I could draw together as a couple. So here is his original character, or sona. It's a blue dragon with hints of green and 2 sets of pointed blue horns. Easy enough, fairly simple. Now here is my concept art for the new character in the order of progress. The first one was really me practicing to draw furries, and it just so happened to be part of the concept phase of this character. But as you can see, the character I made is a wolf dragon, not just a dragon, with 2 sets of rounded off brown horns with markings that complement my past sona Hiragi. It has matching bandage nose and cheek markings with a white angel wing design on the back. Like I said, I made this character to complement my own, giving opposite colored markings to make them different yet matching. He doesn't really have an original idea when it comes to design or characters, because instead of making a different character that was more alike or same species as his original, he just added to mine. I'll show you what I mean. So after making version 1 of Hiragi, I wanted to make a version 2 with more markings to show her hostile or tough side, which I posted on my furry Facebook, and this is what it looks like. Here's a sketch form and even the attempted coloring form. This was to show the main concept, or the markings I definitely wanted her to have, but had not made official yet. I had also told him I was thinking of making her suit with 2 tails. She was originally a kitsune with 10 tails, and I wanted to show that it was showing at least 2 tails. So here's the concept for that. I even posted this on December 5th, 2017, and he posted his reference on March 11th, 2018. So bringing up his new reference sheet again, and my reference sheet I made at the time, he has only added on to my design, not really starting from scratch. He kept all the markings I had, but just added a crescent and stars on the sides, and took off the black of the fingers. He has just changed the colors around of the horns, as well as changed the gender from male to female. And just to clear some things up, he never commissioned me or asked me to make the character in the first place. I made the character on my own, and it can't be considered fan art because I made the character that looks nothing like his original dragon. The species themselves are different, and he has no distinctive markings on it anyway, nor did he purchase any rights for the character or the art itself. I merely showed them to him over Messenger as a, hey look what I did, and even then it was conceptual art, not even final product, which would have been in digital form using Paint Tool Sai. I never made final product art for him to begin with. Yet he still continues to use my art and character for his personal use on personal pages and Facebook profiles. I had only allowed him to post my art and work to be shown on the business page and website, but not for any of his personal pages or accounts. He still uses or has the OKFAME logo, thinking he has rights to it, but if it really was a partnership, he would have set up the business as a partnership. Yet the business is under my name as a sole proprietorship. He assumed because it was inspired by his character that he was entitled to it, as if it was fan art, but it's not fan art, as I have said before. The name shows Doitsu Fakusu, but not only can names always change for a character, but he also no longer goes by Doitsu Fakusu anyway. The character itself is still by my design and is mine. Here's even proof that I still own these pictures in my personal sketchbooks. The more I look back, the more red flags I notice, that I get upset at myself because I didn't see those red flags soon enough, and there were a lot. I mean, the fact that every time he made a mistake and apologized, I gave him more chances than he deserved. And every time I had conflicting feelings, he wanted to pull away. He ignored them and tried reeling me back in. I thought that, oh, maybe he will change, or I will, but that was just toxic thinking in an unhealthy relationship. I say this because now it just seems like I was being used. What I mean by that is I feel like he was using my talents to his benefit, to get free concepts, ideas, and art, and possibly reduced to free price of a fursuit. Why do I say these things? Because from an emotional perspective, if he loved me like he claims, in his post after the termination, which happened after months after the breakup, he would have respected my wishes to not use any of my art. This also proves he can't let go. I myself went as far to change my name in both business and Sona, and even changed my Sona's design entirely. I'm even refusing to use my first fursuit, Hiragi, as the face of this channel. Yet he can't seem to let me and my art go, trying to forget me, but only picking and choosing to his convenience and benefit. The worst part is, he doesn't give credit to the artwork he has stolen from me, or other artists. So again, it's like he's picking and choosing what he forgets about me, blatantly stealing from me and others. I knew he didn't suddenly get good at art overnight, and no, he didn't do any of the new art, so I tried searching for an artist, mention, tag, or otherwise, yet I found nothing. And it looks like he cropped it out to hide any signatures or watermarks. I can't even contact him to ask because, well, as of June 25th, 2018, he has not credited his artists. It's frustrating because he doesn't correct others when they think he drew something or can be construed as such. Like with this badge of his Duchy Highland. He was making a video saying he was working on badges as if he was sitting down and drawing. But he was merely printing, cutting, and laminating. In that case, he could have easily said, laminating badges, which does not make others assume he was drawing them. Brian first saw my suit through pictures, then saw my partial in person when he came to visit me for my 18th birthday. When he first saw the suit, he admired the quality before and had even bragged on the page of the quality of suits I make. Except, the moment he gets terminated, he changes his mind and changes his statement. Since then, he has been defaming and making slanderous remarks, stating or recommending to others to not purchase from EmikoKitsune kimono fursuits. Technically, the one he claims was made under IKKF was still an OKFAME order that I was obligated to make, and I felt bad for putting the client through that situation in the first place. He states, they were not fully impressed with what we delivered. He never touched or helped in making the suit, yet he still tries to take some sort of credit. He's not a maker and has admitted so in his response video, that I'll link in the description. He states he's not a maker or an artist, and even asked for artists and makers to contact him for reviving OKFAME, which has so many issues in itself. Like, what artist and maker wants to join a name that they didn't create when they can easily make their own? He's trying to gain money and income from other people's talents. And you're probably wondering, geez, Emiko, if he had so many problems, why did you make a business with him? Well, technically we never made an EIN for a partnership, but the idea to make a business came when I was making Hiragi, and I showed him progress pictures and thought it'd be a great idea for me to make a business, and he would help along the way. And this should have already raised some red flags, especially with what happened before we even opened. Originally, I told him we should take this slow and make sure we have everything. I hadn't even made an estimated opening date. I wanted to have a price sheet finalized and everything set up before opening, but he rushed and ignored, using my prototype pricing sheet and item list as an unofficial quote when we shouldn't have been given quotes in the first place. He even started accepting commissions before we were opening in June. So good job if you made it to this point of the video. That means that you've reached the end of part 1. This video was made to bring awareness of art theft and the different forms it takes, as well as making others aware of Brian and his actions. I'm hoping that by making this, it shows other art thieves that there are consequences to their actions, as art thieves can either be obvious or subtle, so it's always best to be on guard as an artist when your art is being involved. Artists should be cautious when making these type of friends in the furry community, or any community for that matter. And after this series, I may make a video of how to spot an art thief, or someone who will use you to get free art, also known as scammers. However, this doesn't mean you should be cautious all of the time and trust no one. It's just best to prevent yourself from being in this kind of situation. And although I provided his name, I'm not asking anyone to spam message or threaten him in any way. This is merely an awareness video and of my personal experience with him. But be on the lookout for part 2 and possibly 3 of the series. Part 2 will be of how Brian and I met and what all happened when he came to visit me for my birthday. If you're new to my channel, and I bet you are because this channel is new, I try to post every 28th or close to. But if you're waiting for more content, you can always check out my social media, as I definitely keep that regularly updated. You may even participate in some of my future videos with Q&A and polls. So hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay updated with the story and future videos. Thanks for watching. Till next time, bye!